Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Libra. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Libras, please. All right, so your person is showing up as the Two of Pentacles. They're also showing up as the Seven of Pentacles, okay? They're viewing you as the Five of Wands. And the connection, we see the Strength card, Leo energy, okay? And we see the Seven of Swords. So pay attention to repeating sevens, a synchronicity here or sign around this person or this relationship. I do feel like with the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, you have somebody in the Nine of Pentacles energy, which is somebody who's healthy, somebody who's independent, somebody who's, who has everything they need but love, basically. Now, the Two of Pentacles tells me they may be, when you meet this person, they may be maybe working two jobs. They might have a lot on their plate, or they're like spinning a lot of different plates. The Two of Pentacles isn't necessarily a sustainable energy, so it feels like they're juggling a lot. The Seven of Swords tells me that might be something that's really draining their energy, and they might be waiting for the right time to reach out or express their feelings for you. They may be in between homes, in between jobs even, but it just kind of feels more like this person just has a lot on their plate. They may also be going back and forth about the right time to reach out to you, Libra, because they see you in the Five of Wands. Like, you've also got your focus is split. You might have a lot of options available to you. Maybe there's some drama going on. So it kind of feels like you have somebody who's emotionally intelligent, they're intuitive, they want to do things right, and they're waiting for the right time to, to ask you out or tell you how they really feel. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else we need to know. So we have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. So this is someone here who's a creative visionary. This is somebody who has a lot of love to give, but they don't necessarily wear their heart on their sleeve. Again, this is somebody who's going to wait for the right time to invest. And we see the Judgment card. Yeah, so this is somebody who's, I do feel, is very high vibrational. But they may be waiting until whatever this Two of Pentacles is, or whatever's kind of holding them back or keeping them sort of in between, or not allowing them to fully move forward. With the Judgment card, they're waiting for the right time to up-level this connection. This is somebody who uses their best judgment. So I feel like you can trust this person's judgment. I feel like, again, they're intelligent, they're emotionally intelligent, they're intuitive. This is somebody who's really mature, and I feel like they're really next level. Now, Libra, you're going to be feeling the Page of Cups, so you may already be crushing on this person or have sweet feelings for this person. You could have water in your chart, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but I feel like you're definitely open to this connection and this type of person, because, again, they do feel very high vibrational. So let's go ahead and see. I mean, this can also be someone who has options in love, but it kind of looks like they're waiting to see what unfolds with you. All right, and it may be the same for you, but that's not for everyone. All right, so we see Gemini. So they're ruled by Mercury. They're the thinkers and communicators of the zodiac with many facets. So they could be a Gemini sun, moon, rising, or they just embody this energy. Somebody who's social, somebody who's capable of handling a lot. This person might have two distinct jobs or two distinct careers, or have an office job and then their creative project, things like that. Yeah, I definitely get that. Maybe this person is working on building their own business, or they have their own business, or they just have entrepreneurial ideas. They put their ideas to work for them. They work hard, but they're also investing in their future. They may be in a state of mourning, so they've experienced loss and they're in a period of recovery. And again, that could be financial recovery. It could be that they've lost a loved one. It could be, like a fur baby that's crossed over. It really could be anything. It could be another relationship, but I don't feel that so much. I feel like there's just some sort of personal sorrow there. And Libra, there's an intensity here to this person. The depth of their thoughts and emotions indicate a high intellect and a really strong focus on their subject. So with the Seven of Pentacles, again, this is somebody who's patient. This is somebody who, you know, is definitely taking their time. They want to make sure they do things right. They don't want to feel overwhelmed. They definitely don't want to overwhelm you. Okay, they don't want to shoot their shot and then, you know, find out that you're in another connection or something like that either. So we see this person may be curvy. Now, these are really specific messages that are coming through that are not going to resonate with all of you, but they certainly will be confirmation for some of you. But this curvy card, whatever their lines or their curves might be, this card for me indicates that you're going to be very physically attracted to one another. Love at first sight. Yeah, so from the minute they meet you, Libra. And this person plays games. Now, I'm not really getting that this is a player. I'm not getting that this person plays head games, you know, or they mess with you. I'm getting more so this person might be somebody who either plays sports, maybe they play chess, they play poker, they do online gambling, they do video games, they play, you know, games on their phone. All right, so this doesn't have to be like a player or somebody who's like emotionally immature. I get the opposite really from this person. But, you know, it might be one of their hobbies. Maybe they have like a poker night with their friends, or maybe they like to play video games. I don't know. Maybe they do like cosplay, you name it. So let's see what else my Libras need to know. So they may have a career in government, but it kind of tracks with what I'm picking up on. Like they might have like a I don't want to say boring, but they have like a more serious day job is kind of what I'm getting. But then they have these entrepreneurial ideas, or they're working on building their business or their creative hobbies or projects. So I feel like that's for a lot of you. But this person may have a government job or job or career that works with government contracts. So in healthcare, a counselor, a therapist, journalism, real estate, management, human resources, or maybe even a subset of one of those. This will lead to marriage, Libra. Okay, so that's a beautiful sign. So there's potential for this to be something long-term and stable. And you may meet this person online, okay? That's not going to be for all of you, but it will certainly be for some of my Libras out there. All right, let's see what else we need to know about this person. What else do we need to know about this person? All right, so they have been in your proximity at least once in the last 6 months. So this is somebody who's definitely been around you. You might catch them humming or singing to themselves. They may have a severe allergy, so this could be to bees, it could be to penicillin or medicine. It could just be allergy season really messes with them. Could be a food allergy. And we also see that this person owns their own home. Okay, so this person definitely does bring stability or has stability. And they've worked hard for it. Now, they see you as the Five of Wands, Libra. So they see you as, you know, or they meet you at a time when your energy might be a little bit scattered, or you're experiencing some sort of conflict. You know, this could be at work. It could be in a living situation, a family situation. You just might feel like you're getting it from all angles, right? I also feel like the Five of Wands can be like this person might feel like they have to fight for your attention or affection, or that you have other options available to you. Okay, the Hermit card in reverse, Virgo energy. They may see you as having a bit of a nervous or anxious disposition because of whatever this conflict is. They may also be worried that you're not single. Okay, but I also see when the Hermit card shows up in reverse, this is somebody that really wants to know how you feel, how you're feeling. And I also think this is somebody who really also just can't wait to see you again. All right, and we see the Tower energy, but they are a little bit worried here that you're avoidant, or there's someone or something that you haven't let go of. And again, they might be waiting for the right time, waiting for you to let go of something to make their move. All right, and how you're going to be feeling the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I feel like you, I feel like you're going to get the clarity that you need. I think you're also going to, I think this person or their feelings or the potential connection here is going to put things into perspective for you, let you know or show you what you need to move on from. You know, what are your priorities? What is it that is most important to you? And I feel like you know, if you are dealing with other people, or you're dealing with somebody else who scatters your energy, or there's like an ex or somebody who's not like, you know, up leveling a connection that you've been waiting for, whatever it is, whatever's scattering your energy, I feel like knowing this person or getting their attention or whatever it might be is going to put things in perspective for you, Libra. Like, oh yeah, there's, you know, love doesn't have to be that hard, or, you know, I've been chasing something that doesn't want to be caught, or whatever it is. Or I'm dealing with someone who's not stepping up for me, and here I have somebody that really wants to. All right, so we see monk or nun. This person sees you as selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So they do see you as somebody who's spiritual, but I also feel like this is somebody who's disciplined. All right, so no matter what you do, they respect your discipline here, Libra. And child magical. So the child magical archetype says that they see you as seeing the potential for beauty in all things, and the belief that everything is possible, which is a really sort of optimistic worldview, which is quite lovely. Okay. So with the strength card, the connection is defined by this Leo energy. So it's positive, it's passionate. You know, this is also like, you know, the possibility for repair. So what I mean by that with the strength card is like, this is someone, I feel this is a connection where you two will really be able to get through anything, you know, even when it's not, you know, all unicorns and rainbows and a bed of roses, right? I also think it's going to be a really passionate connection. There's loyalty here with the strength card with that Leo energy. And remember, Leo loves hard and Leo loves deep. So I feel like you're definitely going to feel loved and supported, and vice versa. So we do see when you least expect it that this connection appears without planning or searching. So there is an element of surprise here. We also see consistent and steady. And I do get that from this person, that they value reliability and follow through. So their actions line up with their words, Libra, and that's going to create trust. And that really builds a foundation for something long term. And we see presence before promise. So this connection prioritizes now over outcome. And I do think the type of person that they are is like not rushing to, you know, not skipping steps, like really wanting to see, you know, take the temperature of the connection, your happiness, how comfortable you are, how they're feeling, you know, before taking the next steps, but not in a drag your feet kind of way, in a mature way. All right. So let's see what else we need to know about this connection. Anything else my Libras need to know here? Anything else my Libras need to know here? All right, so it's going to be a psychic or telepathic connection. So your communication goes beyond mere words. Now we see rekindling coming through, an old flame returns. Now my singles new love readings are really meant to be about somebody completely brand new. I mean, that's my intention for this series. But for some of you, that may not be the case. It may be somebody you've dealt with or somebody you used to know. But for a lot of my Libras, you are going to feel like there's a sense of familiarity here between you and this person. Like, I've known this person before. We've done this before. We do get twin flame union. So regardless of the label we're going to give this connection, Libra, it's heart, body, mind, and soul. So a very strong connection. And Spirit's asking you to not judge a book by its cover. Okay. All right. Any important dates or times? Any important dates or times? It's not too late to make changes. Okay, so Libra, this is about, you know, and I get that with the Five of Wands. There may be something that needs to shift in your life. And I feel like this person is going to put that into perspective. But I also feel like you're putting that into perspective, and that's why this person comes into your life. And we see the month of July being important, which is the month I am doing this reading. Of course, you could be dealing with a Leo or a Cancer, but it could also tell us that this person is coming in relatively soon. All right, my lovely Libras, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.